to Love Connection with me, Taj B, your international matchmaker and relationship consultant. Thanks, guys, for tuning in. And I want to give a special shout out to each and every one of you who watched last week's episode. It was a hit. So much of a hit that we had the guys, Peter and Nick, coming back next week because we're going to do a part 2, because you guys sent in so much more questions. You had so much more commentary. And so we're going to give the people what they want. But today we are here to talk about these toxic ass relationships and how to get out of them. And plus, how can we recognize them when we are in them? First and foremost, what I want you guys to remember always is this. Every action that we take, our goal must always be to preserve our mental, physical, and emotional health, okay? So being in a toxic relationship does not allow us to do any of those things. We cannot preserve our mental health while in a toxic relationship. Obvious reasons. Our mind's going up and down. We have like a different view of ourselves. Our self-esteem gets knocked a couple notches down, right? We have a different view of ourselves in relation to the world and in relation to how we relate with other people. So this is not good for our mental health at all. Emotionally, this up and down roller coaster that a toxic relationship puts you in a lot of emotional stress. Like, you're crying one day, you're happy the next day, you're angry this day, you're thinking a lot about what's wrong with you, what's wrong with them, how is this going to work, how come it can't work, how can we make it work, a whole slew of things. And so your emotions are up, down, all around the town. So it's not good for your emotional health either. Then your physical health. Because a lot of times a toxic relationship can actually lead to physical violence. You physically violating them physically violating you, and it doesn't even have to come with that, you guys hitting each other for your physical health to be in jeopardy. It can also come down to, stress can actually make you sick. Or, you're there in your bad relationship, you're getting so stressed out, so now you have hypertension issues, or you're maybe even going to have a heart attack. Yeah, because these toxic relationships will give you a heart attack, guys. Like, it's no joke, So that's the way that you are not able then to preserve your physical health, right? So again, guys, always our goal is to preserve our physical, mental, and emotional health. And being in a toxic relationship does not do that for you. So what is a toxic relationship? What makes a relationship toxic? If you guys know of any things that do make a relationship toxic, then you can go ahead and chime in on the comments, right? But here's what Taj has to say. Lack of trust, right, definitely leads to a toxic relationship. If you are in a relationship and there's no trust there, open up your eyes because you guys have some serious problems, okay? Lack of respect. There is no relationship without respect. You need to respect them. They need to respect you. If there is none there, toxicity is settling in. You being used. If you are being used, or if you know in your heart that you are using your partner, this relationship is toxic. And you can be really using them in a multitude of ways. Like, you can just be in a relationship with someone for the sex. You can just be in a relationship with them because of finances. You can be in a relationship with them because of status. You like the way you guys look together. You like the way people interact with you guys. So now you're with them. You're using them for this. You're using them to elevate yourself in some way or the other. And if this is going on in your relationship, then it is toxic. No friendship. Like, there's no friendship between the two of you. You are not friends with them. They're not friends with you. You guys don't see each other as friends. This will lead to problems, and this also will lead you to be in a toxic relationship. If there is financial unfairness, okay, so I don't mean like if one person is doing all the work and paying all the bills and one person isn't. Sometimes we make arrangements in our relationships where that works out for us. So I'm not just trying to say, if it's one balance or one-sided, there's problems and it's toxic. No. If it's something like somebody is holding on to your money, holding on to your pay that you get, not allowing you to use it freely as you would please, if somebody is collecting all of family income but then also not paying bills and that sort of stuff with the money, this is financial unfairness, right? If you are spending all your money towards the betterment of your family and your partnership, but that person is spending all of their money towards their own personal gain, their own personal toys, and the own personal things that they love and they want, this is also a toxic relationship, okay? Lack of sex. we gotta have sex, guys, unless you are both asexual people, right? And what is an asexual person? There's some people in this world who do not require sex. They don't want sex. They don't see sex as the rest of us do. It is not a need for them, as sex is a need for a lot of us, right? So if you find yourself to be such a person, there's a whole world of other asexual people out there for you to fall in love with. And you will do your heart, your life, everything, a whole world of good if you go out and find who you are meant to be with. If you go and find the people who are actually a match for you. And, you don't have to do that by yourself. You're not out there lonely in this world, because you can just come to your resident matchmaker here on the Love Connection and let me find your asexual person for you to be with, right? Okay, so that's those people aside. So if you are not one of those people, and you're in a relationship where there is no sex, ding, 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 alarm bells, problems, a whole lot of issues, because this cannot work. You are in a toxic relationship. If there is mental, emotional, or physical abuse of any kind going on, it's toxic, okay? So you're emotionally being abused. What is emotional abuse? People are playing with your feelings. They're playing with your emotions, right? They're leading you to believe one thing when really something else is going on. They don't tell you truly what's on their mind, but they go and tell other people, and then you hear it back. These are toxic things, right? Mental abuse, playing with your mind, right? Lying, tricking, dicking you around. Like, these things are mental abuse. Physical abuse, physically putting their hands on you. When you say no, they're not taking no as an answer. They're pushing past that anyway, right? All these things are serious, serious problems and do lead to one being in a toxic relationship. So these are ways that you would know whether your relationship is toxic or not. Okay, guys? And it's up to you to take a stand in your own life and decide that you deserve better, because you genuinely and honestly do. Okay? If they're, I already told you guys, we've gone through the whole list that I have as to what makes a toxic relationship. So if you guys have your own, or you want to ask me if this makes a toxic relationship or not, go ahead, do that, because that's what you're here for. And if you're watching us on YouTube, remember, guys, hit that subscribe button and ding that bell so you can always know when the Love Connection is on and popping. And we got a lot of other stuff on our channel as well. We have a new show, Chefing It Up with Peter Author, so you can check out his cooking channel, and you won't be able to see that if you're not subscribed to our YouTube. And our YouTube is the Love Connection with Taj B, because there are many Love Connections, but there's only one Taj, and that is me. So what do we do if you find out that you are in a toxic relation? So you listen to my list and you realize, oh, whoa, Taj is talking about me. There's problems, right? So what do? You got to leave. You should leave a toxic relationship. There's nothing that you are going to gain from staying. Do you understand? Nothing is going to happen. The people around you as well are being hurt by you being in a toxic relationship. If there are children involved, oh, worse. Like, you're literally blowing up their lives because you don't have the bravery and the courage to leave a relationship that you should not be in the first place. And later on down the road, you will truly regret this. And life is way too short for us to wake up with regrets. So that's why we have to be very sure of the actions that we take when we take them, and earnestly take them. You know what I mean, guys? Like, don't hissy foot. Like, we're either in or we're out, right? And as you're hearing the advice here today, none of us need to tolerate being abused. None of us need to tolerate being in a toxic relationship. None of us have to tolerate settling for less than we deserve, okay? And the thing is, things are nice in the beginning in your relationship, right? Like when you guys get together, the candy phase, the honeymoon phase, everything is sweet. And so what ends up happening to us? We hold on to when everything was so nice. We hold on to when everything was so sweet in our relationship, right? So when things start going sour, what we stay in love with is the beginning. So we're not really paying attention to what's happening right now. We only pay attention as we get hurt. But when the hurt passes and smooths over, we're carrying on because we're acting as if we're still in the beginning relationship that we once were in. But now that things have changed, we have to accept that. We have to call it what it is. We have to see it for what it truly is, right? Their true colors will eventually show. And when they do, like when I always say this, so this is the next famous Taj quote, when people show you who they are, Believe them, okay? Don't make up excuses for them, like maybe they're doing this because of that, maybe they're doing that because of such, and so on and so forth. Nah, cut to the chase. They're doing this because they ain't no good, and they ain't no good for you, all right? We hold on to what the relationship used to be. So we're in a relationship with the past, basically, right? Like we're holding on to when things were good. We're holding on to when things were nice. We're holding on to when we were so in love and happy and jolly and great together. But it is not like this anymore. So we have to let go of the past and look towards what's happening right now in the moment. And this is the thing. We must each try our best to try to live our lives in the moment. The past is already gone. The future is yet to come. The moment is the only thing that we are sure of. And therefore, we have to live in it fully and 100%. Okay, guys? If children are involved, even worse. Like, you cannot do this because it's not just your life. It is the life of your own child or someone else's child. It doesn't matter, but a child nonetheless, right? And then you have to understand that children don't always listen to what we say, but they always see the things that we do. So you're inadvertently showing your child or odd child the way that they should be treated, right? The way that they should expect a relationship to run. You are showing them what the example of adult life and adult love and adult relationships is. And what example would you like to show them? Healthy or toxic? It's up to you. You say you love them, you make the choice. You decide what love truly means. And the thing is, somebody has to protect our children. And that somebody has to be us. This is just the way life is meant to be. You cannot just have kids and just expect that the internet and the television will show them the right morals and the way to go. Nada. You were there for the reason, and you are in the position because you are the woman or man for the job. And therefore, if you're in a toxic relationship and there are children involved, you have to make the decision not just for yourself, but for the child. And if you don't feel that you deserve better, look into the child's eyes. Do they deserve better? You decide, okay, right? And then you understand and accept the decisions that you make because you alone make them, okay? Then you need to, how do we get out now, right? So we identified what is a toxic relationship, okay? We identify what makes a toxic relationship, what makes a relationship toxic. So now, once you see and you recognize it for what it is, how do you get the hell out, right? So this is my ideas and my tips on how you then leave a toxic relationship. If you would like to add in and chime in, definitely do so in the comment section. And thanks, guys, for commenting, watching, liking, subscribing, all that stuff. I can't thank you guys enough because we definitely could not do this without you. And, thank you and welcome and being part of the Love Connection family and community because, we have a mantra, we have a goal here, right? We are here to usher in a new era of positivity, hope, faith, happiness. We're just making a change in our lives. We're doing it together as a whole, as a unit, as a big community. And we're accepting the fact that we are each other's keepers, right? I am your keeper. You are mine. And we are here to hold each other accountable for the things that we do, the things that we deserve, and the things that we no longer want in our individual lives, all right? So talk up, guys. Speak up. Let us know what's going on in your life. Let us know what it is that you are looking for. Let us know what you are running from. Let us know what you no longer want and what it is that you hope you can have, okay? And let us all just hold each other accountable for the positivity that we are all striving for, all right, guys? So how do we go? First of all, you have to learn to let go. You got to learn to let go. You have to learn to let go of things that happen. You have to learn to let go. Okay, they did this to you in the past and you're still hurt about it, right? But you're still in a relationship with them because you love them. But this pain is burning you and you feel like you can't leave somebody who did this to you because then what are you going to do when you go with somebody else? You know what I mean? You're just going to be thinking about this monstrosity that happened underneath this person in this relationship, okay? So you got to learn to let things go. Yeah, they did this. Yeah, they lied. Yeah, they cheated. Yeah, they schemed. Yeah, they did all of this stuff. But now you're moving forward in a life without them, where somebody is not going to have the opportunity to scheme and cheat and lie on you or do whatever it is that this person was doing. You understand, guys? So you're going to have to let certain things go in order for that to happen. You need to realize that you deserve better. So at some point, while in your toxic relationship, you have to come to the point that I definitely deserve better than this. Like, I don't deserve to be treated like this. And list the reasons why you don't deserve it. Like, there are many reasons. And we are all not perfect. I am not perfect. You're not perfect. He's not perfect. She's not perfect. However, none of us deserve to be in a toxic relationship, right? Whether we're perfect or not, we do not deserve to be in a toxic relationship. Do you understand? So we each have to come to a point where we accept what it is that we deserve, and we accept that we each deserve better. Do you understand, guys? And only when you accept that you deserve better does you become uncomfortable in your toxic relationship, right? Because you realize, I don't deserve this. I don't deserve to be treated like this. I don't deserve to feel this way. I actually deserve so much better than this. And then you are uncomfortable in your toxic relationship. You have no choice but to leave. You understand, guys? So these are the steps. That's the next step. You need to accept that you deserve better. Until you do that, you're just going to continue accepting the junk and the garbage and the toxicity in your life, because you haven't come to a point where you see yourself as better than this. And we all are. No matter who you are, no matter what you do, no matter where you come from, no matter your race, your creed, your background, each and every single one of us, we are great, we are awesome, and we deserve to be treated in the way that we want to be treated. You know why? Life is already hard enough. There's enough that we have to deal with on a day-to-day basis, at work, in school, with our peers, with our family, even with the damn strangers on the bus. You know what I mean? So we don't need then to be beating down our own selves, becoming a villain in our own life by continuously putting us in the way of danger of other people and their sickness. You understand? So each guys and dolls, y'all deserve better, and you need to accept that in your life and in your heart if you hope for anything to change. Okay? You need to stop waiting for your partner to change. So, you know what I mean? Like, they're not going to change. You need to accept that. They are not going to change. And I know some of you are like, oh yeah, right, Taj. Then they change, and then they act better, and then they move on with somebody else, and they be treating that person in the way that I wanted to be treated, and I have to watch from afar them being such a better man to somebody else, and they could have been that man or that woman to me. Lies. Do not trick yourself. They are not going to change. No matter how long you stay in your toxic relationship, no matter what you do for them, no matter what you say to them, no matter how low you bring yourself down to their level, they will not change, okay? So the sooner you accept that, the sooner you make it able for you to jump out of the situation. Because a lot of us are sitting around waiting, hoping that, you know, I'm such a good man. I do everything for this woman. She will soon realize what a good man I am to her. And when she sees the way that she's treated me, this good man, oh, she'll feel so sorry, and then things will be better. Nah, it's not going to happen. Don't trick yourself, because they're wicked and they're evil. We need to call evil by its name, guys, because it is evil to tell somebody that you love them, right? But then you have no intention of being honest with them. And then you have no intention of being faithful to them. You have no intention of showing them respect. You don't even have the respect enough to not treat them like garbage. But then you are able to say it out of your mouth that you love them. You are a devil if you're able to do this, guys. And we need to accept that if somebody is doing that to us, they are evil, and we need to get them away from us, our family, our surroundings, everything. Even if we share a child with them, it doesn't matter, guys. Because at the end of the day, what did I say? Every action that we take, our main goal is to preserve our mental, emotional, and physical health, all right? Everything that we do, even if you're going to the store, it doesn't matter, guys. At every moment of our life, we need to be preserving these things individually. If we are not, we will never be free. And when I say free, free of the burdens that we carry in this world, you know? Free of the pains and physical illness that stress brings on. Free of our mind being clouded with other people's opinions of us, right? Because that's what happens. Like, our mind becomes clouded in the way that other people think about us. And then we spend a lot of time saying, you know, he's my man. He sleeps with me. He loves me, but then he thinks I'm fat. Like, how could he think I'm fat? And then he loves me. And then you spend all this time thinking about this. Your brain is clouded. Where is the time when you're thinking about your goals and your ambitions and what you're going to be doing with your life and, your friends and your happiness and your hobbies, right? It's taken up and it's eaten by the evil that you have allowed to take over your soul and take over your life. Honestly, guys, believe what you want. But people don't mean us well when they treat us bad and when they try to force us to stay in a toxic relationship with them. How could they mean us good? Would they do this? Would they be happy if this was happening to their mother? You ask the people who were abusing you these things. If somebody was doing this to your father or your mother or your sister or your brother, how would you feel about it? Guys, honestly, take it to the bank, what I'm saying here to you today. So stop waiting for your partner to change, because they're not going to. They're not going to come to a realization of how good you are and how good of a choice you are and how bad they have treated you and how they should not have treated you this way. So stop waiting for all of that. You're just wasting your time and wasting your life. It will hurt. Leaving somebody that you love hurts. So you can't trick yourself into feeling like it's not going to hurt, because then when the pain comes, we kind of get that fright reflex, right? It's like the pain starts coming. We weren't expecting the pain. And so now we just kind of run back into our relationship because it's comfortable, right? And there's a difference between comfort and good. Like, something can be comfortable for us, but not good for us. And that's what a toxic relationship is. Like, you're comfortable with the person because you're used to them. You're with them all the time. You say you love them or whatever, but it's not good for you. Okay. So you need to come to terms with that it will hurt, and accept it. This is a good way in helping you to leave your toxic relationship. Cry when you must. Like, if you feel like crying, cry. If you're depressed, you're depressed. If you're hurt, you're hurt. Tears have to flow, right? The only cure for grief is to grieve. So you have to grieve the loss of your relationship in order for you to get better and move past the point of brokenheartedness, okay? Take some time off. Sometimes you need to take some time off, like off work, off school, off whatever it is you may or may not have going on in your life. You know what I mean? So take some time off. Take some time off the internet even. You don't need all this bombardment of cute couples and whatnot on your feed. So just take a time out, breathe, relax, recoup, meditate for sure. And this helps you to get in a better mind space, better emotional space to deal with the fact that you're now going through a breakup. And then also deal with the healing that you're going to need from being in a toxic relationship, okay? Your happiness is not reliant on someone else, okay? Like, your happiness is within, not external. So a lot of us feel like, oh, I know I'll be happy when he does this. I'll be happy when she does this. I'll be happy when she stops doing that. I'll be happy when he stops doing that. It is not so, because then you will never be happy, because you are banking your happiness in another person's actions, and you are just setting yourself up for failure. Cannot work, guys. So what you need to do is accept that I cannot tie my happiness into somebody else. And my happiness is not reliant on somebody else, on how they treat me, what they do, what they don't do, what they say, what they don't say. None of that. Because I'm going to be confident in my own skin. I am going to find my happiness within. What truly makes me happy outside of my relationship. So get some hobbies, guys. Read some books. Take up some new skill learning, adult classes. Whatever it is you need to do. But definitely stop seeking your happiness in your relationship. Like your partner, stop seeking your relationship with the person that you're with. Stop seeking your happiness from the person who is abusing you. It's not going to work out. Okay, guys? So your happiness is not reliant on anyone else. Realize that you're not fulfilled by a toxic relationship. We are looking for fulfillment in our life, right? Like, we should each individually look to be fulfilled with who we are, what we do, what we can do, where we go, where we don't go, right? Individually. And then when that happens, we then find a partner, and then us together, we work on our fulfillment, advancements in life, getting the things that we want, accomplishing, certain goals and whatever, acquiring, whatever. So this is a sense of fulfillment as well. However, you're not fulfilled by your toxic relationship. And the moment you accept that is a moment that you can be free from that relationship. Because if you think about it, what is the point of sharing your life with someone, be in a relationship with somebody, and then you are not fulfilled by that relationship? Where will it lead to? What about the partner who's also not fulfilled? This only leads to cheating, you know what I mean? Indiscrepancy, lies, a whole slew of bad stuff, or as I like to call it, evil. You know what I mean? Things. So you need to accept that you are not fulfilled by your toxic relationship. And then once you, oh my goodness, ding, 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 light bulb on, then you realize, oh my gosh, I got to get out of this mess. Like, I can't sit down and let this happen to my life. I got to skirt out of here, right? So accept that you're not fulfilled. So you also need to lose baggage in order for you to have a peace of mind, right? And what is the baggage? The bad treatment that you get in the toxic relationship, that is baggage. Even the damn person that you're in the toxic relationship with, they are baggage. You need to get rid of them. Get rid of them altogether. Wipe out this whole relationship out of your mind, your heart, your body, and your soul in order for you to have a peace of mind. And we all want a peace of mind, do we not? Yes, because it's a stressful life. It's a stressful world. There's so many external stresses going on. We need to be centered, grounded, in our happy place in order for us to accomplish anything in this life, right? So you got to let go of baggage in order for you to have a peace of mind. You need to deal with your finances, because a lot of people, even like a lot of clients, write into me, and their problem is they're in a bad relationship because of money. You feel like you can't afford a place on your own. You live in an expensive part of town where the cost of living is very high, and it truly requires two people working full-time jobs in order to sustain your life. I know it. I'm not going to play ignorant to that, guys. But finances and money is not a reason to stay in a toxic relationship, because here's what happens to us. When we dashed our life away with some loser, right? We've dashed this time and we've effed up like 4 years of our life now, right? Then in the 5th year, we finally found some way to be free, or they got tired of us, they moved on and left us with no other option but to try to move on ourselves. Then we start looking back to the things that we accepted, how long we accepted them, how long we sat down in them, how long we let certain things happen to us and just continue let them going on and on. Then we start thinking, oh my goodness, I could have left at this time. I should have left at that time. I should have left this time. Oh my goodness. Then you start realizing how many options were available to you that you were not able to see as options at the time, right? So maybe you're not going to be able to live at the same quality of life that you currently share in this toxic relationship. Maybe you need to demote. Like maybe you need to live in a basement apartment. Maybe you need to move back in with your parents. Who knows? Maybe you need a roommate. Maybe you need to even move out of the country to a cheaper country. Maybe you need a change in careers. Whatever it is, you need to accept that your finances are going to need to get in order for you to leave this toxic relationship. And whatever is going to happen to you is better than being abused. Emotional abuse, mental abuse, right? Physical abuse. Whatever is going to happen to you, let it even be homelessness. Yes, Taj said that here today. It is better to be homeless than to be in a toxic relationship. Yep, I said it. Get at me if you guys want, and I will answer every single one of you, because it is a poison, right? To waste your life with somebody else who is purposely wasting yours. You get what I'm saying? They know what they're doing to you. Don't be fooled. They know that they're a bad person for you. They know that they don't mean you well. They know what their actions do to your mind, your body, and your soul, and they're doing them anyway. Right? So if somebody is willing to do this to you with no remorse, I mean, what else would they do? Come on, this is pure hatred in a relationship. How can you sit down sleep with, let somebody into your body, you go into her body with somebody who hates you? Come on, when I put it like that, isn't it better to be homeless, guys? Yes, it is. Like, come on, you're not going to be homeless forever. You'll figure something else out. And that's to the extreme, right? Like, we don't need to go so far. And I know, because I just had this happen where you have children involved. You're not working. You're a stay-at-home mom. How are you supposed to leave? You need to go and find the resources out there, no matter where you live. I know this is an international show, so we're all over the world. And I know some of you are thinking, Taj, maybe in North America there's resources, but there's none where I'm from. Not true. Because each and every one of you, when you write into me, I have to do my research too, right? Because I'm not from Kenya. I'm not from El Salvador. I need to find out what's available in your country. And a lot of us tend to think that stuff aren't available to us, but they are. And what happens is we don't go out seeking them. We don't go trying to find the resources that are put in place to help us. So they kind of just stay on the wayside, nobody using them, and all of us just suffering, right? So before you accept that my only option is to stay in this toxic relationship, sit down, go on your internet, go on your computer. You have internet because that's how you found the show. Hold on. So definitely go on the internet, research, and figure out what you can do. There are options. There are even people who are so against this that they would be willing to put you up, like have you in their home, whatever, just for you to not be going through this. And then, use your resources like your friends, your family, because a lot of times being in a toxic relationship causes us to be cut off from our friends and family because they know what they're doing. Like they want to get you off to your own so they can use and abuse you without anybody coming in to stop them, right? So a lot of times we find ourselves after a couple of years, we ain't got no friends, our family don't trust us, we're ashamed to go back to them because we sat down in this toxic relationship so long, acting like it was okay, and now the truth has bubbled up and I can't face anybody, right? Sometimes you're just gonna have to put that away, put that aside, take a deep breath, hold your pride, and go on. And you know what I'm saying? Do what you have to do. You got to do what you got to do to protect yourself, regardless what that means for the other person and regardless what that means for your reputation. Because at the end of the day, nobody else is you. Nobody else is living your life. Nobody else knows how you feel and nobody else knows what you're going through but you. So you have to make decisions that protect. All right, you guys get what I'm saying here? You got to have a mantra. Yeah, it sounds crazy, but you do need some sort of motto, some sort of words that you're going to be living by as you're working through this transition. Like I deserve better, or I'm going to work harder, or I don't know, but make one for yourself. Sit down, write it down. If you want to share them with me, you guys know I'm always happy to figure things out with you. If you're looking for me, you know where to find me. If you're looking for me on Twitter, we're at The Love Connect TV. If you're looking for us on Instagram, we're at The Love Connection Show. And if you're looking for us on Facebook, we're at The Love Connection TV here as well. Okay, guys? And also don't forget our YouTube channel, The Love Connection with Taj B. All right, so have a mantra. Then you got to stop all possible contact. Yep, I said it. You got to leave them the hell alone, guys. You got to stop calling them, stop texting them, stop checking on their Instagrams, stop looking at their feeds, stop going in their mentions. Just stop it altogether. Because how are you supposed to get rid of them if you keep contacting them? If you keep talking to them? If you keep in the nighttime when you miss them? Oh, why'd you have to do this to me? Look at what you did to our life. No, we can never be happy. Oh, fuck all that, guys. Like, just forget about them. Stop contacting them because they do not mean you well. I don't know how many times can I say this. They don't feel the same way about you that you feel about them. You are tricking yourself if you're telling yourself that. Because here's the thing. Love does not seek to hurt us. Love does not seek to embarrass us. Love does not seek to crush us. And love never seeks to ruin our self-esteem, right? These are deliberate acts by somebody in a toxic relationship. And you are not innocent, because it takes two to tango, right? I'm sure you're doing stuff to lead to this relationship being in this way. And the main thing that you're doing is accepting this bad behavior. So you got to stop it. Communication is key. You need to be able to talk to your partner and they talk to you with respect. If that is not happening, guys, it is a mess and you need to get out. You hear what I'm saying? It is a mess and you need to get out if you're unable to communicate with your partner about anything, okay? So if everything you try to go talk to them about ends up in an argument, or you go to try to tell them of the way you feel and they take that as an attack, this is not good. This is 2018, guys. We're all adults. Well, you better be adults if you're watching the show because, this is just strictly for big people. So, you know what I mean? We're all adults. So we all need to conduct ourselves as such. You understand? This is not a joke. Having sex with people, living in a home with people, setting up life with people, and none of us are serious. and then all involving children, and it's just all a joke. We need to stop this now, guys. How are we going to get better as a species? How are we going to do better as a community? Because like I always say, our main goal here is for a better world, right? And in order for us to have a better world, we need better partnerships, because it's the partnerships that start the families, right? So two people together have to be healthy, mind, body, and soul, in order for it to work. Then we add the children. Then we add the properties and whatever. Then we add the responsibilities. Then we add. But we cannot add if there isn't two healthy people there. Understand, guys? So this is what we're all working towards moving forward here from now on, right? We want peace. We want happiness. We want communication. We want freedom. We want love. And love is reciprocated. So you cannot be in love with somebody who doesn't love you. And they don't love you if they're abusing you. Point blank, period. It does not matter what they've been through. It doesn't matter what they saw growing up. It doesn't matter they don't know how to act. None of this, all of this is excuses, okay? Because if you love someone, you put all that stuff aside. Like, I have bad qualities that I had to put aside when dealing with my husband, right? Because he doesn't deserve that. I can't come and bring my craziness all the time to the table because he doesn't deserve that. You know what I mean, guys? I know he's watching. He's like, yeah, right. Yes, you do. No, I don't. So, each and every one of us needs to be cognizant of what we do to our partners in our relationship. All right, guys? So next, I already told y'all you need to know your worth, or did I? Well, you need to know your worth. So when you know what your value is, you're not willing to accept less than you deserve. All right? How do you find out your worth? Get to know yourself better. Deep dive into yourself. What do you like to do? What makes you happy? What makes you tick? So on and so forth. But either way, however you do it, you need to get to know your own worth and value. Identify why you're in this relationship in the first place. Why are you okay with this? A lot of us have some serious emotional and mental health issues going on that have been unchecked in our lives. And now we're kind of running wild out here in this world as if we're okay, but we're not. And we're getting into relationships that we're not ready for because we're not healthy enough for them, right? So you need to figure out what is going on with me. Like, why am I okay with this treatment? Why have I allowed this woman to abuse me like this? Why have I allowed this man to talk to me in this manner, in public, in front of people for X amount of years? What's going on here, right? So deep dive into yourself. Your past, your present, all these things, and then you will come to it. It comes to you. You will come to, why am I taking this? And then when you come to the point of why you're taking this, you will stop taking it actually, because you realize this is not the person that you want to be. It's not the life that you want for yourself, right? Or is it? No, it's not, because if it is, you would not be watching today's show. You got to stop with the excuses. We make so much excuses. It's because of this. It's because of that. They caused this. They caused that. But I'm here to tell you something today. Everything is our fault. Everything. Because it requires we have to be part of it in order for it to happen to us. So it is your fault that you let this person deal with you like that. Yeah, it is. I know you guys don't want to hear this. You don't like how this sounds, but the truth is the truth. Because we need to take ownership for our own responsibilities. We need to take ownership for the things that we do to ruin our own lives. And we cannot keep blaming other people, right? Because they're as wicked as they're going to be. They're whoever they are. They're whatever they say they're doing. They're that. And we are saying that we are not that, right? So if we are not that, then we need to take ownership for what we allow them to do to us. Okay? I need to stop making excuses, because the more excuses you make, the longer you stay in a bad situation, because you're tricking yourself into believing that there's different reasons why you're doing this, or you have no choice here, or blah, 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 or and you just avoid the whole truth, right? So stop making excuses in your life. Stop making excuses for your toxic relationship. Stop making excuses for the abuse that you're suffering. Stop making excuses for the abuse that you are doing to yourself, okay? You gotta be honest with yourself about what the relationship is. So some of us are in bad relationships, but we're not being honest with ourselves that we are in bad relationships. Like, you guys are sitting down, some of you are listening right now, you're even taking your notes like I always tell you to, but this is going over your head because you feel like I'm not talking to you, but I am, because you need to be honest about what really is going on in your relationship. Okay, what do I mean by that? Your man never goes anywhere with you. He never takes you out, right? You're not okay with that because you want to go on dates. You are dating. Okay, let me another thing, guys. You are not dating if you have never been on a date. You understand? You need to be going out. You can't Netflix and chill every night. Like, this is ridiculous. Like, you need to be taken out. You need to go see places. You need to go see things. You need to go see their people. This is what makes a relationship real. Okay, guys? So you are not dating if you have not been on a date. So say, for instance, that's what's going on. You have not been anywhere with this person. You guys never go anywhere together, right? You've never met their family. They don't want to meet yours. You need to be honest with yourself about all those things. And you need to be honest with yourself that, see, this person doesn't want to take me out in public. And then when you're honest about that, then you start diving into finding out why, okay? You will lose yourself in a bad relationship. Do you like yourself? Well, probably not at the moment. But as you get to know your worth and work on this and get better at it, you will learn to like, not just like, but love yourself, right? And you need to understand that you will lose yourself in a bad relationship. And the next thing is you got to let guilt go. We're going to feel bad for leaving these bums. It happens. Like, you just feel like, oh, I've ruined their life. I'm the only good thing in their life because they're so wicked and evil and they're basically the devil's brother. What am I going to do now, you know? Who cares what you're going to do now? You need to kick that to the curb and move on with your own life and let guilt go, okay? Next, stand by your decision. You decided to leave them, you left them, move on. Stand by it. Don't be pussyfooting, or what is a common modern word for that? Don't be going back and forth, right? Like, don't be, you left them today, you're coming back next week. You left them next week, you're coming back tomorrow. Stop all this. Stand by your decision. So that's it on how to leave your toxic relationship, how to recognize it, and what to do once you're in one. I hope that helped you guys make some decisions about a toxic relationship you may be in or a friend may be in. And if you know somebody who could use this information, definitely share this video. So now it is time for our segments, okay? So what are our segments? Well, they're different ones. So which one should we start first? We will start with our match of the week. So what is a match of the week, guys? Every week, I will be featuring a potential husband or a potential wife. Yeah, because I've got the goods. I'm like the wife and husband plug, you know? So if you are looking for somebody to settle down with, then you definitely tune in because I may possibly be featuring your husband or your future wife. So who shall we start with? Shall we start with the men? We start with the women. Men, okay, men, it is your lucky day. You should go to your favorite shoe store and see if they have a limited edition of your favorite shoe because you are lucky today. Ready, men? Here we go. No, ready, women. Sorry. Here we go. So, ladies, pick up your ears. This might be your man. So he is West African and he's looking for his very own snow bunny. She's got to be a snow bunny and that's what he wants. He would like to relocate. So if you are apprehensive about importing a man, this is not the man for you. He is currently in sales. He does all right. He's tall, he's dark, shaved head. He's a non-traditional man, so he wants to stress that. So he's not looking for the traditional man-woman lifestyle or any of that. He just wants to live wild and free and something new, something different, and with, a nice white girl, and he's down for anything. He wants me to let you women know that. So whatever you guys think that to mean, if you're excited, then holla at me. I'll try to hook you guys up. He wants somebody who is genuine, somebody who is fun, somebody who wants to have kids. So, you need to be wild and exciting, but also willing to bring babies into this madness. And you also need to be able to get down with his culture. So you need to do your research on West African culture. He's Nigerian, to be specific, Don't worry, he's not, okay, let's not go there. So anyhow, so if this sounds like, oh my goodness, yes, I like this guy, then you're going to write to me. You're going to say you're looking for Mr. West African. And I will suss you out, see if you guys are a match. So you got to be a nice girl. You got to be genuine. You got to be fun. You got to want kids. You got to be open to West African culture, but yet very modern. So we'll see how that goes. Now it is time for the female match of the week. So men, pick up your ears because she may be your boo. So she is a Filipina and she is looking for her white prince. She is petite. She's 28 years old. She's childless and she seeks the same. She loves fashion. She loves beauty. She works retail in Manila and she travels to the US and she also travels to Canada. And she just wants to be happy. So she's just looking for somebody who will make her happy. She can travel to the States and Canada, so it's no problem. She can come visit you. And you don't really necessarily have to be from the States or Canada because she's open to relocation anywhere in the world as long as she can work retail or it's safe for her. So if you know you're living somewhere where you're running from bombs every day, don't contact me for her because she wants to be in a safe place where she can be free and happy. So that's it for the match of the week, guys. Now it is time for my misconnection section. So what's a misconnection? So if you saw somebody briefly and you're like, oh my goodness, that honestly is my wife, but then you never spoke to them, you didn't get their contact or nothing, you don't even know their name, but you can't get them out of your head, then you contact me and I will try my best to find them. And like I always say, I've already found one, so there's no reason why I can't find more. Okay, so this one comes out of Redwood, Connecticut. You were at my brother's grad party. Well, why wouldn't your brother know who she is? Come on. Okay, well anyway, let's start again. You were at my brother's grad party at the hall. At the hall? Okay, so maybe that's like a place in Connecticut. You don't go to his school. Oh, okay. He explains himself. You don't go to his school. I lost the number you gave me. Oh, come on. Did you love this girl or did you not? How could you lose a number? And none of my brother's friends know you. Your name is Carrie. I can't find you on social media. So trying this girl. Which girl? Me? You mean grown-ass woman. You're blonde, tall, freckles, slim, and I'm Kent. All right, Kent, so we will try our best to find Miss Carrie for you, and hopefully we do. All right, so we're looking for a girl named Carrie. She's slim, she's blonde, she's got freckles, she's also tall. She was also at a grad party when, he didn't say when, but if you know Carrie or if you are Carrie, please get her in contact with me. Mr. Kent, I will try my best. Thank you for sending this one in. So our next section is our Dear Taj section. So what's that? You send me your Dear Taj letters, and then I will try my best to answer them. So love and relationship questions, I try my very best, and we'll see how it goes. So here we go. Dear Taj, how do I get this guy I like to notice me? We play ball together on the same team. He just treats me like one of the guys. How do I get out of the friend zone? Love, oh, please don't say my name. Okay, well, why'd you write your name? Okay, so hey, young lady, thanks so much for writing in. So you play on the same ball team with this guy, and you want him to like you, and he just sees you as the next baller. How are you going to get him to notice you? Tell him the truth. Tell him that you like him. You're into him. Like, I know you're going to feel nervous, like, oh my gosh, Taj, then I go tell him I like him, and then he embarrasses me, and then I got to play with him for X amount of time. I know, it just toughens you up. When you want plan to be a basketball player, you're gonna need some toughness about you. So my advice, honestly, would be to just tell him how you feel. Because what are you gonna do? Start wearing short shorts and like belly embarrass yourself on the court? Like, what are you gonna really do? Do your hair differently for it to get caught, like while you're playing. Do nail, like, what are you really gonna do? So you're just gonna have to tell him the truth. Because if I send you, what are you, like, flirting? All of that is ridiculous. Just get to the point. Hey, guy, I like you. Do you like me? No. Oh, okay. Go on. You cry about it for a little bit. You move on. Or, hey, guy, I like you. Do you like me? Yes, I was hoping you would say something. Oh, my God, we're in love. It can go either way. So go ahead and just tell him how you feel. I hope that helps. And if it didn't help, write me back, and we will continue to chat. And now it is time for our lover shout-out. So what's a lover shout-out? If you want your lover to know how much you love them and how special they are, you want me to shout them out, then you write me, and I will do it right here, live, every Friday at 7 p.m. And like I always say, the love is not real if you've never been shouted out on the Love Connection stage. So here we go. The first one comes off of Facebook, and it's Christina for Shing. And it's Shing as an X-I-N-G. I want to be with you forever. Do you hear that, Shane? Forever. Not just till tomorrow or till next month. Forever. Every day is better once I hear from you. Ooh. And see you. Ooh. I'm yours forever. Aw, Shane, I hope you enjoyed that. That was really sweet. Next, we have Jonathan for Elaine. and he sent in an email. So Elaine, you should be very impressed. That means he found the website, typed out a full letter in the email, sent it in, all that good stuff. So, good for you. So Jonathan to Elaine says, nothing in my life would be possible without you. Wow. You give me a reason to live. Holy, Elaine. Jeez, you're giving the man a reason to live. My goal is to be more than you would ever need. Aw, that's so sweet. So both Elaine and Shing, you guys have some extra work to do in the bedroom tonight because this is very sweet. So that is that, guys. I hope you guys enjoyed the show today. Thank you so much for tuning in. And before I go, like always, I am going to leave you with Taja's thought of the day. No one notices your tears. No one notices your sadness. No one notices your pain. But they all notice your mistakes. Thanks, guys, for watching. See you guys next week, Friday. And remember, hit that subscribe button and ding that bell so you're always on and popping and always know when we are live on The Love Connection. Toodles, and see you guys again.